Oh no, Microsoft baby, what is you doing? What's going on, everybody? We are here today to press F for Crackdown 3. You might remember a couple of weeks ago I actually made a video kind of similar about this, but I was looking at the absolute state and quality and laughability of Microsoft and their first party titles and their pseudo exclusives, because we all know they're not true exclusives because they come to PC on the same day and date. But in that video I specifically mentioned we had Strike 1, Sea of Thieves, or No Man's Sea, Strike 2, State of Decay 2, which is just still dead basically, but it's the game's a joke. And then we have, well, back then it was potentially Crackdown 3, which would have been Strike 3. And here we are a couple of weeks later, and Crackdown 3 has been delayed yet again. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am Q from RetroQ Gaming as always, and we have Crackdown 3 is our main focus of this video. So, not only last week, 9 days ago, on May 30th, did Microsoft actually deny a Crackdown 3 release delay, but now, here we are, 9 days later, on the 8th of June, just a few days before the biggest show of the year when it comes to gaming, E3, or should I say E3, because someone's going to get on me and get all pissy about my accent, but still. Here we are just 2 or 3 days before that. It's currently Friday. The Microsoft show is on Sunday. So we are just a few days away from this. And Microsoft have delayed their only big announced game. Microsoft have no other announced games, by the way, in case you didn't realize this. Forza is pretty much a given, but not announced. There's a rumored Gears of War game. Again, not announced. We might see that in a few days. There could even be some new type of Halo entry. Again, rumored, not announced. Crackdown is actually the only announced game Microsoft have coming for their first party side or their exclusive side. And yes, that even discounts below. You know that game that they showed off 5 years ago at E3 2013 and still has never materialized? And just to go even a little bit further as a funny comparison, Crackdown was actually announced or teased or however you want to look at it in 2014. Game has suffered several delays, and now it has been delayed again, 9 days after them denying a delay, and a couple of days before the biggest show of the year. And it is now delayed until 2019, February 2019. Microsoft, this is why you are a joke. Your last true exclusive game was 3 years ago in Halo 5 Guardians. Ever since then, Microsoft have known they can't pull this back and have been releasing their games day and date on PC as well. Now, I'm not complaining on that side of it. I get to play all these games that I know and love, or at least some of them, at much higher quality than even an Xbox One X could ever afford, and a combination of much higher frame rates and resolutions at the same time. And I've even given Microsoft benefit of the doubt before. Granted, I didn't really care ages ago when they cancelled Fable, but I did look at it in the light of, okay, that's another studio and franchise that's now out of the way and less of a reason for people to buy their product. And again, even when they cancelled Scalebound, everyone was predicting doom and gloom at the time. And at the time I was thinking, okay, well, sure, there's another thing out of the way, which is a little bit bad. Not 100% doom and gloom. I figured Microsoft had the money to be able to either buy IPs or open up new studios or hire more for their additional studios to actually get these quality games out. Unfortunately, that has turned out to not be the case. When you look at basically everything that's released on the Xbox One as a platform since the end of 2015, it just doesn't work. And sure, there's even a rumour that Scalebound may actually be coming back. But at this point, who gives a shit? I love Halo. I want to play more of the Master Chief Collection and Halo 5 Guardians Firefight mode. But guess what? My Xbox One isn't even connected up because it's not worth my time. What are Microsoft going to announce this year? If they announce a new Forza, I don't play racing games, but I could play it on a PC better than I could ever play it on an Xbox One. If they announce Gears of War 5, again, I can play it on PC better than I could ever play it on even an Xbox One X. The next Halo game is supposed to be coming to PC as well as Xbox if Phil Spencer rings true on that, and I can damn well play it considerably better in every way, shape and form on my PC over an Xbox One X. So Microsoft, what the fuck are you doing? And this basically goes all the way back to when Microsoft first showed off the Xbox One. Ever since that day, they have been cursed and ruined for this generation. Their forced Kinect, their underpowered hardware, their overblown price, their underwhelming performance, lesser third-party support and competition. Granted, it's still above the Nintendo one on that front, but it's still nowhere near as good as the Sony camp. And it's just gone downhill ever since. They have less than half of the amount of consoles sold compared to Sony. And chances are Nintendo will probably overtake them by the end of 2018. Between shit like closing studios, laying off developers, cancelling games, cancelling contracts on outside third-party games. And there's even reports from insiders within Microsoft that have said because the Xbox division is so fucked up and basically irreparable in this generation, that their budget is massively cut. And I would absolutely well believe it, because the last couple of years, I'd say maybe 2017 and 2018, do you know what they've looked like to me? They have looked like the Wii U. You know what Nintendo did with the Wii U during its last 2 or 3 years? Gave it absolute bare bones first party support. You know what Microsoft have done? Absolute bare bones first party support. You have these fucking awful looking games, awful playing games, and bare bones content games. Anyone remember Star Fox Zero? That's the kind of tier these games are on. State of Decay 2, Sea of Thieves, Star Fox Zero, they're all on the same tier, and it would not surprise me if Crackdown 3 made that list as well. Microsoft are done when it comes to the Xbox One. Personally, at this point, I want them to get the Xbox 2, or whatever they're going to call it, out as soon as possible. And there's a reason for that. Yes, it would feel like a bit of a slap in the face, but it already does at this point. You're just going to beat a dead horse for the next maybe, 1-2 years? But at least we can take some positives from it. Granted, I do believe they're probably holding Halo 6 hostage for a full top-blown launch title for the next console. But I think Microsoft are going to see, okay, here's what we did well with the OG Xbox. Here's what we did well with the Xbox 360. Let's continue to do that style of stuff. Here's what we did extremely poorly with the Xbox One. Let's do the complete opposite of everything we did with the Xbox One. So I think Microsoft are going to go big and going to go hard when it comes to the Xbox 2, which is why I want that out as soon as fucking possible. Because now it's a dead fucking platform. The console is a joke, the first party studios are a joke, and the management is an absolute joke. I say this as someone with an OG Xbox and about 40 or 50 games, an Xbox 360 with over 100 games, a day one Xbox One. I had a Project Scorpio edition Xbox One X until it broke about a month after launch. And guess what? 9 Xbox One games. So yeah, you see my point. Microsoft, get your shit together. You're completely wrote off for this generation. It shows, you can't hide it from anyone, no matter what you will market it, no matter what you will spin on it. But hey, start shipping some more controllers, why don't you? Now, unless somehow Microsoft magically drop millions of bombs and whatever on E3 this year, granted it still won't actually save them, it will only somewhat placate a small portion of their existing user base. There is pretty much absolutely nothing they can do to just completely salvage the Xbox One as a brand and as a product. Xbox going forward in the next generation or whatever could potentially be saved, because I think they're just going to do the opposite of all they fuck up and go from there. And you know what's really funny about making this video? I frequently get called a Microsoft fanboy. Yeah, I know, right? Anyway, having said all that, we will take a look at the Microsoft E3 conference as well as a bunch of other stuff. So let me know in the comments section below, if you haven't, on one of the many videos I've done on something similar to this already, about everything regarding Crackdown 3, that awful looking game when it actually does come out, if it ever does come out. Because remember, every time they've shown it off, it's been panned and then subsequently delayed a week later. So let me know your feelings about the Xbox, Microsoft as a brand, their mismanagement, their first party studios, their IPs, their cancellations, whatever it is, as well as Crackdown, in the comments section below. Hit the appropriate button to let me know how I did on the video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well, because we are going to be checking out the Microsoft E3 press conference as well as many other things live on stream. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you do get the notification for when the live stream comes up. Or at least hopefully you do, because it's YouTube in current year, am I right? As always guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the rest of the videos in my channel.